What's going on? So Vince Carter, Chauncey Billups getting into the NBA Hall of Fame. Walter Davis long overdue. That should have happened ages ago. He passed recently. Jerry West, another capacity. I don't know how you get. I mean, he is the logo, and he's one of the most important figures in basketball history. But I don't know how you get multiple trips in there, and Doug Collins getting in. I guess as an analyst, he was. Yeah, I'm trying to think. This is how I think the Tony Romo angle is going to work in football as a broadcaster. They got ways of getting you in. I'm sure Danny Ainge will get in eventually. The NBA Hall of Fame lets everybody in after a while. I mean, um, I spoke out and my shout out to Two Raw for Sports for doing a video. I said Yao Ming. I still don't feel like he was Hall of Fame worthy, and certainly not to go in with Shaq and Allen Iverson. I just didn't quite get that. Vince Carter is probably the most talented, most versatile, most all that you can see in the last 25 years, quarter century that didn't go to the finals, that didn't win, that wasn't a league MVP. That was the most electrifying. The how do I get into Vince Carter? It's a strange. He's only got to play in all the different decade, 90s, 00s, 11s, and 2s. Only got to do that. He's a compelling figure because he had everything. And the broke clock that is known as Gilbert Arenas correctly said about him that scary talent just didn't have it mental. And that's how I look at him. So is he Hall of Fame? He had that ooh and ah of what we'd say 99 through 02. His window was incredible because of the slam dunk contest. He was charismatic. He had everything you'd want. But he just didn't have that finish in him. And I don't know if giving up his spot to Michael Jordan at All-Star game I don't know if it just took out whatever he had. I don't know. He never was the same between that and the Eastern Conference Finals against Philly. He went to go to his graduation. I don't know. He's a mystery. He should have been one of the 20 greatest players ever. And talent-wise, skill set, especially when you learn how to shoot the three ball. And Lord knows in the air, he's still the GOAT as far as dunking, as far as I'm concerned. All due respect to Dominique Wilkins, Dr. J, whoever else you want to put in there, Jordan, etc. That man, what he did at that slam dunk when he said it's over, I still ain't seen anyone that had that. All due respect to David Thompson too, but he was something else. But he didn't finish. And it feels like the really good Hall of Fame. Now we get to Chauncey Billups, who's in a pretty good Hall of Fame. He got the Finals MVP 20 years ago with arguably the greatest upset in the NBA Finals history when the Pistons beat the Lakers 4-1. And he outscored Gary Payton by 100 points. And I gave him that. He's a head coach now for Portland. They stink. But his career, I used to add, a buddy of mine, we used to talk basketball all the time. That's what I thought of when I said he was second 2.5 tier guard because he didn't do much in Boston. He got floated around until he got with Larry Brown and in Detroit. He did all right in Denver, but he wasn't a Hall of Famer. I think now they're so quick to put cats in for reasons that I'm wondering, have they lost the plight of what used to be considered Hall of Fame? That means you were great. That means you stood out, you defiant. Not guys who were pretty good, really good. It's kind of like with music artists. When we debate, we go by tiers, we go by the talent, we go by the impact, we go by what you did. Stats come in, achievements, etc. Even though some of those can be overflated, overrated, such as Beyonce, Taylor Swift. That's another video, another story, and Jay-Z too, and Kanye, and a lot of others like that. Puffy too. A lot of them fall in that criteria. But when we're going to analyze what is a Hall of Famer, we shouldn't have a asterisk or a pause. See, Major League Baseball is in a real funk because they don't put the guys who should be in there. They want to say, well, it's a steroid and all that. But they're putting in the really good, the kind of good, the very good. That's not what Hall of Fame is supposed to be about. Now, Walter Davis, that's a no-brainer. Anything with Jerry West, no-brainer. And a couple others. But when I start to think, Vince Carter, it's close, but I'm not 100% close. Chauncey Billups, it's a no. But I'm telling you, if that's the case, y'all better call Robert Horry up and get him in. As long as they took to bring Michael Cooper in, Robert Horry should be coming up soon. And I just don't understand what their agenda is. It makes no sense. But anyway, Yeah, I'm not really Vince Carter, who I like. I like watching him play. There are going to be people out here going to make argument for Sean Kemp and Blake Griffin. I mean, and at this rate, Trey Young will be eligible in about 12, 15 years. I'm just telling you, what is your criteria? They have no standards. The NBA is rigged and raggedy, and it makes no sense because if it's about greatness, I still know some people don't think Reggie Miller should have been in. They thought this ain't the really good Hall of Fame because he was one dimensional and he could score and shoot, but they didn't think his game merit Hall of Fame consideration. Depends on what your criteria is, what your analytics, what you analyze. It's very, but the NBA Hall of Fame is a lot like that Oprah show where you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. They're gonna take your high school stats, your G League, your overseas, your college. Heck, they may even take your Nerf. If you had a Nerf hoop in your house and you scored 20 points by yourself in 5 minutes, they'll say, hey, that stat counts because they want everybody to be included. It's become the inclusive Hall of Fame. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments. And I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like my piece.